Hi, my name is Dakota Miller. I was assigned Fox News as my first case study. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the background of the Fox News case, some of the key points, and relate them back to our ethics discussions, and finally come up with a conclusion as to what I see this case relating to. First, we'll discuss the background of the case, starting with the launch of Fox News. Fox News Channel was launched on October 7, 1996 by Australian Rupert Murdoch. Murdoch was trying to establish a worldwide platform of cable and satellite systems. He went on to hire Roger Ailes, excuse me on my pronunciation if that's incorrect. He was from America Talking, which is currently MSNBC, and together they created Fox News. Roger still holds his position as CEO today at Fox News. The background continued. Fox News Channel consists of multiple segments that are hosted by big-name TV personalities, which keeps their ratings high. Some of the shows and personalities are Neil Cavuto. He hosts Your World, Cavuto on Business, and Cavuto. I don't know. Glenn Beck, the Glenn Beck Program. Shepard Smith, which is one of their top anchors. He hosts Shepard Smith Reporting. Sean Hannity, he hosts Hannity. Bill O'Reilly, The O'Reilly Factor. And Greta Van Susteren, On the Record with Greta Van Susteren. Excuse me. Fox News channel also maintains a website, and then they have a mobile format of their website, so you can access it from your tablets, cell phones, etc. And they also have a radio station, and they all feature information that is collected from their news gathering operations. Continuing with background, we have the ratings timeline, a little bit about how Fox grew in ratings as time went on in relation to world events. In 2004, Fox became larger than ABC, CBS, and NBC during the Republican National Convention. Then leading to 2006, Fox News was the #1 news channel during the North Korean missile crisis and the Lebanon War. In 2009, Fox News reached its highest ratings as they beat out all cable news competitors. This was huge, but only led into 2010 when they became the #1 primetime rating, or received the #1 primetime rating. And this was the first time that a news network has ever beat nighttime entertainment programs on prime time, both over-the-air networks and cable. So now that we have some background, let's talk about the issue at hand. Fox News is known to be very biased and hold ideologies that are similar to Republicans or the right side of the political spectrum. It is a common conception that Fox News holds a conservative tone during their broadcasts, and the problem is, are they reporting news or are they reporting their own opinions and calling it news? This has been a big controversy since the launch of Fox News. Even Robert Greenwald, who produced a documentary called Outfoxed, Rupert Murdoch's War on Journalism, he argues that Fox News is biased towards conservatism and includes evidence of Fox altering news content. Studies have shown that partisanship at Fox has significantly increased since 2007, and it still continues to do so. Fox is known as an ideological network, but the majority of the conflict stems directly from the Fox personalities, which I just named earlier. But Fox is on the defense, and they come out with claims and quotes saying that Fox has given room to both sides, where there was only one side before. Fox believes that they're not only contributing another side of the news, but that it was once never highlighted before they were there. Almost that they're filling a void in the news that viewers needed to be filled. Bill O'Reilly has been quoted saying, "We actually do hard news here from 9 in the morning until 4 or till 5 in the afternoon," which their hard news actually runs from 9 to 4, not 9 to 5. MSNBC doesn't do 1 hour hard news. It's all let's push liberal democratic agenda from sign on to sign off. So this is a news agency here. So there he is calling out MSNBC for basically the same thing that Fox News is called out for, but they're just on the other side of the political spectrum. It's an interesting debate, and I'm not quite sure if their reasoning and backing for what they're being called out on is legitimate or even answers the question as far as, are you still reporting hard news? Yes, they say that MSNBC does the same thing that they're getting called out to do, but that doesn't hide the fact that they could potentially not be reporting hard news, whether or not other networks are doing it. So the question goes to, is this hard news or is this niche news? And there's not even a fine line. It's basically, are you reporting the truth or are you not reporting the truth? So let's get into some definitions. The definition of hard news is news, serious news of widespread importance concerning politics, foreign affairs, or the like, as distinguished from the routine of news items, feature stories, or human interest stories. Niche news is the concept of partisan selective exposure, a behavior that leads individuals to select news sources that match their own views. This phenomenon helps explain the political forces at work behind the media consumption. So, ultimately, is Fox News a niche news network? In my opinion, Fox News is a network that delivers niche news. Here's a graphic that shows some of Fox's tones. You can see that Fox clearly favors the Republican Party. When they're talking about Obama, in the green is the negative tone, and the middle graph, or the middle bar, is Fox, and you can see that they're predominantly negative and hold negative tones when speaking of or delivering news about Obama. And on the right, you can see Fox News again in the middle bar when discussing Romney, who is a Republican. They're pretty much in favor of positive tones towards him. Where MSNBC, as I said earlier, Fox does argue that MSNBC is the other side of the coin for when it comes to niche news and to what they're being called out on. And it does show that MSNBC does have a negative tone towards the Republican Romney and a positive tone towards Obama. So it is an interesting argument, but when specifically looking at Fox News, I still do believe that they do deliver niche news, or at least news that they know their viewers will want to hear because their viewers carry the same political beliefs and views as they do. So what really do the viewers say? In 2009, the Pew Research Center created a report on the perceptions and attitudes the viewers have towards various news organizations. In that, it showed that 72% of Republicans viewed Fox as favorable, whereas only 43% of Democrats feel the same way. I think this number shows that Republicans like Fox. Fox delivers Republican news. It kind of backs up the idea that they do deliver biased information. Because Republicans are going to listen to what Republicans want to hear, as well as Democrats are going to want to hear Democratic views. But is this news? Is this ethical? Can you call an opinion news? Out of all the networks, Fox had the highest unfavorable rating at 25% out of all the other competing networks. Over the years, this has gone down and decreased, whether it's due to scandal or, again, like I said, a lot of the anchors have a lot of backlash towards some of the comments that they've made that are particularly biased and opinionated, and that has decreased the reputation of Fox News. A Pew poll in 2009 also revealed that Fox News is viewed as the most ideological network in America. So, in conclusion, I believe Fox News is niche-based news. Even though they also report hard news, which I acknowledge and they do, they have used this concept to their benefit. Like, the reason they spiked during these these worldly issues is because they were reporting one side of this controversy, and all these people that have the coherent beliefs will listen to them and boost their ratings and keep listening to them because they're saying exactly what they want to hear. A lot of networks, people, companies use this. Basically, here's what you want to hear, and it will sell because it's what you want to hear. A lot of people don't like hearing what they don't want to hear, if that makes any sense. Like, it's much easier to hear and get the opinions of somebody that is on the same or carries the same views as you, carries the same beliefs as you, opposed to having someone say something that you might not necessarily agree with. So people use this niche theory to find what fits you and sell that to you because that's what you want to hear. Their website, for example, says Fox News, fair and balanced, which is making people believe something that it is not. They're arguing that they're fair and balanced when, yes, they let other opinions come on the show. Yes, they still talk about Obama and say some positive things about Obama. But the majority of the time, the majority of their news is based on their opinion. They take the news, place their opinion in it, make statements, and label it as news. And that's just something it's not. If you're going to be fair and balanced, then be fair and balanced. Have someone from both sides. You know, have the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let people know what's really going on in the world. And if you do, like I said, have an opinion, state that that's your opinion, and then move on. Back to hard news. Fox likes to overhype things on the right side and underplay the ones on the left side. And they're definitely 100%, well, not 100%, but the majority swayed towards Republican views. To me, this is immoral. It's not ethical to state opinions as facts. On the other hand, their argument towards this is that other networks are doing it, which is also true. I do believe that they're not the only ones reporting this kind of news. I do believe that they're speaking the truth when they say that there was not fair coverage on the other side of the political spectrum before they emerged as a news network, and they were just filling a void for this other side of news. But this is just a great example of the fracturing in news, how news is so divided up now towards people's preferences, and how anything can be perceived as the truth if it's stated as the truth, even if it's an opinion. People hear what they want to hear and believe what they want to believe. And at the end of the day, that's just not ethical. For example, this is a little off topic, but like on Facebook, when people spread all of these news stories and share these news stories, and then they go and blow up and have millions of views, and they don't even check the source from which it came from. And then all of a sudden, a week later, they find out that was a false news story or whatever it was. But people are so quick to form opinions and believe what they want to hear because it matches what they think. It matches their beliefs and their morals. And so if it goes along with them, then they'll share that story and they'll post that story, and then it will go viral, and then all of a sudden this fake fabricated news story is viral with 1 million views, and it's just not true. It's really important to check your sources, to know that your sources are reliable, and to ultimately form your own opinion from the hard truth without being someone's opinion being delivered to you as news.